Big news today that you're moving over to Sheffield to train under the watch of Dominic Ingle.
Yeah, absolutely delighted. You know, it's a big move in my career right now, but I think it's the perfect move also. Delighted to move over to Sheffield now, coming up the end of December, and start working with Dominic Ingle ahead of my next pro fight.
And it's going to be a big year for you, and we can expect to see you in action early 2018.
Well, everyone knows the year that I've had already, and you know, I think it's kind of like a lion being locked in a cage. I'm ready to be released now, and I'm going to go hell for leather now in the new year. 2018 is a year that has imprinted in my mind, and I'm planning to make big waves coming into the new year right now. You know, Dominic's he's a great coach. It all kind of came about from talking to Johnny Nelson, who was my mentor when I was over at the Sky Scholarship Programme, and coming from there, if anybody knows the likes of Johnny Nelson, Prince Nassim Hamed, you know, Junior Witter, Ryan Rhodes, all these fighters, Kell Brook, the style they have, very similar to myself. I don't think anybody's actually similar to Prince Nassim. I think he just had his own style whatsoever, but you know, these type of fighters, they're elusive, they're boxers, they're technically sound, and they've got a lot of power as well. But I think that power comes from their elusive style of boxing, and that's where everything comes from me. Where I got to today has came from my boxing ability, my skills. And you know, turning pro, some people think that you have to just knuckle down and start landing big heavy shots. It's not like that. You know, you need to box your way. It's called boxing, it's not called fighting for a reason. It's called boxing, and that's a skill, and it's a technique. And you know, that's where I got to throughout my career, was my boxing ability, my skills. I think I'm a universal fighter. I've shown now in my previous fights as a pro that I can fight inside, I can let them go, and I have that kind of Mexican style, and that is great. That came from my experiences in Los Angeles with the Mexican teammates, the Mexican coach, everything like that. But now it's time to tap back into my boxing abilities, my skills, and that's what Dominic Ingle's going to bring out of me, and the Ingle Gym.
You're 13-0 with your first belt behind you from your fight back in March. The next few steps now, exciting times.
To be honest, I've been coming home and I was like, why can I not sleep at night? I thought it was the jet lag for a while and everything like that, but to be honest, I'm home now a good while, so the jet lag's out of the question. It's the excitement. I'm excited, I'm going to bed. I actually dreamt last night about working with Dominic Ingle, about my next pro fight, about knocking him clean out, everything like that. You know, I'm starting now to get really excited, and I just can't wait till it all starts, and to get inside them, get in through those ropes, and to get back doing what I love doing, what I enjoy doing. And when you love and enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life.
You had a big moment a couple of weeks ago when you got that right hand. I mean, we all heard about the injury and we know about it, but it's back in action 100% again.
Yeah, and that's another thing I think why I'm staying up at night, because I'm so excited to get back in and to start letting the punches go. I've been down working in the Revo gym when I'm at home as well, and everything's going great down there. I feel my speed, my power, everything's coming back. Now, of course, you're out for a bit of a spell. It takes a bit of time to get that back, and I've stayed in shape. I've stayed fit, I've stayed healthy, and you know, because it's going to be hard enough to come back after injuries and after surgeries and stuff like that. But for me, I've stayed in shape, I've stayed training all the time. If I couldn't punch, I was running, I was doing all my cardio, everything like that. You know, and now I'm excited to get back in the ring, to get back in there, to start letting my shots go and get ready for a big 2018.